Oh, sorry.
Howdy.
I was singing in my head before, Roadhouse Blues. But
Howdy,
hello,
howdy.
everybody. I got to put my comments on so if I can see if anybody's on here.
I don't have my comments on, so I can't read nobody's. Sorry.
I just turned it
53
on.
days from being 53 days from now.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Sugar. Hey, Evil.
How you guys doing? How do I look? Am I too far away?
That's fine.
Yeah, well, the sun.
We're all busy
This,
people on a Saturday.
the glorious sun has came out on a Saturday, and I've been working outside, mowing grass and tinkering with the bikes. I have the Yamaha up on the jack, as a matter of fact, taking the tire off of it, which I'm going to
Mowing
shut the garage
grass.
door a little bit.
Mowing
Yeah, bro, I had to
grass.
mow grass already, man.
Me and Shadow, we're still shoveling snow.
Right?
You haven't had to mow your grass already, Greg?
Hell no. My weeds are getting tall. I
Yeah,
like my
well,
weeds. I got pretty flowers on my weeds.
it was 60 something today, as a matter of fact. I rode this morning. I'll have a video on why I'm definitely changing the tire this weekend, coming out probably tomorrow or Monday. Just pay attention for it.
Well, at least somebody got the ride today.
Right? Yeah. Somebody got to ride today, and it was me.
I was going to take the fat boy for a ride, but I was just too busy getting the boat ready, so I'm leaving in the morning. You all know that, my fishing trip.
Hey, Greg, don't be talking about your wife like that.
I know that.
Shamey, man. You guys see that crap?
In the other room with her girlfriend out there, so she can't hear me. Although my girlfriend, or her girlfriend, she's watching this for a while. She's like, you still watching this? Is a bunch of old men talking about old biker stuffs. She wasn't interested.
Right?
Well,
Always.
Hey, Gloria.
Hey, Gloria.
Hello. Good evening, Gloria.
But you guys will be happy to know my bike is finally got my bike to the shop yesterday to put the tire on. They said they're 4 or 5 days before they could get to it. Hopefully they get to it before Friday, otherwise it's going to sit there until Monday.
That's why I'm doing my tire.
Well, yeah, I said call them because they're going to get busy. Spring coming, this and that. And
That's why I'm doing my own tire. It's sitting right out there. I'm getting ready. I'm gonna take it off and change it. And I have a video. I'll have a video of that coming out too. I hope.
Well,
that
this
road,
is-
that road
My
glide,
brother-in-law said he'd come down and videotape me.
that road glide in my garage doing head gas, all that. He brought a rear tire because that thing's bald, and I said, I don't do tires. I'll take it off for you. Take it somewhere to have it done, but
Right.
I don't like doing tires.
mine's a rear tire. I ain't touching it. Nope. I'll bring it in.
And I'm not going to say the money, but Rob, that was actually a good price he quoted you as far as taking it off the bike and and
Right.
doing that. Labor wise, it's a lot of work on a rear. Front's nothing. Rear tires, especially on a bagger and stuff, it's a lot of work.
We'll find out how nothing it is, Greg, because I'm gonna do it. I've taken the rear wheel off and taken it to somebody, but I've never actually changed the tire itself. Hopefully, I'll be able to take this tire off and change it. We'll see. I did the Suzuki.
Mine on my own, this and that.
The Suzuki is a smaller tire.
Yeah, my Road King stuff I did on my own. It wasn't that bad, but this Road Glide's a 2000, and it's got aluminum rims. It might be corroded. I don't know. It's like, if I put the tire on and fight it, and it's got a rim leak or something, I don't want that aggravation. I'll take the bike off the tire because it's up on the rack. I'll take it off for you. Take it to a shop. And I'm like, you know what? Check. Oh, my wheel bearings are fine. And he's a rookie rider. It's like, oh, my wheel bearings fine. I said, no, you got to feel them wheel bearings.
Well, that's kind of what tonight's show is about. People aren't buying new bikes, so are you taking them to have them fixed at the mom and pop garages? What are you doing? You buying used?
And evil, you said Harbor Freight. Yeah, I actually have a tire thing at work that does small equipment stuff. I can throw it on there and but I just don't want to do it. You know?
Well, I got a jack that the Yamaha's sitting on, and Blanche there is sitting on my table. I got both of them from Harbor Freight when they were on sale, so they work. You know.
I got one Harbor Freight table. The other one I can't remember where it's from. I had a third one. I ain't gonna mention where I got it from, but my buddy Bedlam, he's got it now. I gave it to him for
Yeah.
a 30 pack of beer and a bottle of Jack Daniels, but he had to drive 5 hours north to come get it. So,
You got a deal, didn't you?
well, yeah, I wish I had it because I could use it right now. I need another third one because I got the Survey card that I'm restoring. Me and buddy
Right.
John on the one. I was like, man, I really
Was
need that table.
Was the Survey car able to fit on it?
They don't fit. The front end, back end fits, but the tires stuff don't. I got blocks of wood underneath there and two jack stands on the table that holds
Okay.
up on the rear axle so it overhangs. So
Right.
it works that way. But
Gotcha. Okay.
long
Sweet.
story. But I was like, man, I need my table back. Well, and we'll get through that on Discord or something. But
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing the show.
All right.
But so anyway, back to what the show is about tonight. You know, are manufacturers going to go down since motorcycle sales are down?
Right. You know, is Harley going to declare bankruptcy? Well,
no,
sales are down all across the board.
I don't see Harley declaring
I looked a
bankruptcy
little
by no
bit
means.
at the last minute and stuff like that. All sales are down and stuff because
Everybody's gonna be.
you
Dude,
don't have the riders so used to. Stuff
I'm on
like
air.
No.
But
You,
as far as Harley,
you need something?
stocks.
You want to be on the show? Is that what you're here for?
Hey, say, brother-in-law,
It's just Sam, everybody, my brother-in-law.
Sam?
Now you're on the other side.
Yeah.
Sam, is that his name?
Yeah.
Hey,
What's going
Sam.
on? How you doing?
Hey, Sam.
So
Hey.
can you see yourself?
Um,
We can barely see my little damn phone.
I'm got the red or the blue.
You're in the red there, son.
Oh, I'm
He
wearing
got
the red.
he got two beautiful dogs, which he doesn't know I've seen, but that's a private thing. But yeah,
Oh, you been up to Camp Struggle before?
Yeah, via the phone on Discord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I introduced them to the boys.
That's cool. Yeah, we went
yeah,
and rubbed most of the dirt off of
Sam,
them.
you're worldwide right now.
Right.
All right. Well, yeah, I think if the government keeps going the way it's going, everybody that can is going to borrow money and file bankruptcy.
Yeah, well, motorcycle companies definitely are. Like Greg was just saying,
All the automobile companies do it.
well, Dark Soul was saying that last week that Harley borrowed all that money off the government. Do they have to pay it back? You know, what are they
No.
going to do about that? You know, now
See, we all
Right.
concentrate on Harley Davidson. You know, as Harley riders, even Rob, you know, he rides cows. He comes, the Harley sales, stuff like that. All motorcycle sales are down. You know, I mean, look at KTM. They're bankrupt.
they're. I
known
think
for
they
their
are
dirt bikes
filing
and all that, but
bankruptcy. Yeah,
they went through. Harley's not getting bankrupt, and everyone's happy the CEO, which the CEO, you know, yeah, he needs to go, but he was also on the board for the last, 12, 17 years or something
I
like
think
that.
it was 17 years. Yeah, I think he'd been on the
You
board
know,
for 17 years.
he was just on the board and nobody knew his name and this and that. And then when, I can't think of the last CEO's name. I'm sorry, I apologize. When he retired, he
Rocky.
recommended him to that. And, you know, I mean, we don't want somebody that rides Harleys and this and that. But it's the board of directors that runs that company, not
Right.
necessarily the CEO.
Well, yeah. Who are we to even even talk about it because that's their business. That's what they do. They're gonna pick the right person that they think's gonna move them ahead, and there's nothing we can do about it.
No.
Jamin, put it this way: if they put Bill Davidson in there, yeah, I met him many times. You know what? Yeah, he's gonna do this, do that, Is the price of the Harley gonna come down? No. Maybe they make some cheaper versions. I'd really like to see Harley come back with the standard, the
Right.
electric glide standard. No rail. It was an $18,000 to $20,000 bike. Didn't have no radio, stereo, no fancy stuff like that. I wish they'd come back with that. I got 3 guys I know personally that bought them things. They're still on the road today with 100,000 miles on them, 60 to 100,000 miles on them, run great. Don't need all that fancy electronic stuff. But excuse me, sorry. It's people don't understand when the Harleys are built here stuff. You got all these factory stuff here. They're union workers. The labor, this and that. You're talking. I mean, it's a union worker. God bless the unions. I like them. I was a union, member for a lot of years. They make good money. So you got to pay all that stuff and the engineering and this and that. We're not China. We're not a sweatshop. It takes money to build that damn bike.
Right. Well, Evil says KTM got a 90-day delay to try to restructure, which is good.
Yes. And Evil, I saw that too. And yeah, Evil's right on that. And hopefully they can restructure. I've never ridden a KTM. I mean, I got the road bikes, but I got the street, race bike, whatever. But to me, KTM is dirt bikes, and I think they make some 4-wheelers and stuff. But
Well, they've already restructured already from what they were. Uh, they have the KTM 390, the Duke 390 is what I think is called. That's their
yeah,
biggest seller. That's their biggest seller.
I couldn't remember that. It was the Duke. That's I
Yeah,
was
the
like,
Duke.
they had a Duke 390 or 450 or something like that Duke.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
Frogzilla, I just saw you on there. I'm sorry.
What's up, Froggy?
Froggy, good guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully it's as nice tomorrow as it was today.
Dangerous. Good to see you on there.
But
Well,
yeah, Kawasaki went through some restructuring too, and I was watching a Lane Brain. I won't say who he is, but anyway, I was watching him, and he thinks Kawasaki should buy a lot of the like Advan Black stuff and make their stuff look more like Harley Davidson's and build them here in the United States so they could sell them over here to beat the tariffs and stuff. He thinks that Kawasaki Verero or whatever, well, the one you got, Rob,
the Vaquero.
you could put a road glide front end on it, and I'm like, then you would be stealing from another manufacturer, and that's but he was talking like, go aftermarket, which is Advan Black, and I guess there's a
Right.
few other ones, Memphis
Well,
Shades, and all them kinds of things. You know what I mean?
think about this. Just throw it out there real quick. Honda, back in the late 60s, early 70s, the CB stuff when they came out and had a fairing. Vetter
The
was some
Vetter, yeah,
that made those fairings. You would bolt on that. And then Honda really liked it, and Honda bought Vetter out. That's how
right,
they became the gold thing with the fairing and this and that stuff.
yeah,
Right.
exactly, yeah, and that's basically what this guy's talking about for Harley or for Kawasaki to revamp their selves.
Well, from what I'm looking at here, Kawasaki reported a booming sales of 21.6%.
That's
Really?
above what?
And this is an article I'm looking at from March 28th.
This year?
Harley is down over 25%.
Well, it's all about the price and stuff. I mean, Suzuki doesn't make a cruiser no more. Do they, Jamin?
Yeah, they still
No,
make the C50 and the C90. Yeah, that's the biggest cruiser they got that I know
Right.
of. The Boulevard.
Full blown bagger though.
The Boulevard. Well, I don't think
The
Suzuki ever
Boulevard
made
and
a
stuff
full
like that.
blown bagger, did they?
It's like a Road King Harley thing. It's not a
Right, right. I don't think they
how
ever
you
made a
doing,
full
Nisha?
blown bagger. Go ahead,
No, they
Rob.
don't. Well,
Yeah.
I was saying hello to Asia, but Suzuki is down
Oh,
eighteen
hey.
and a half percent.
Well, see, us Americans, as we get older, we like a big old bagger and stuff like that. Overseas, where these things are made, they like the small CCs and this and that. I mean, you always see these videos all the time. You know, Honda 350, 450, whatever. There's three people on the damn bike, and they got a basket on there with all this food stuff, because of the roads and stuff. But we don't have that here, so we are kind of special.
Over there, I think the smaller CC bike, the cheaper road tax you have to pay. That's why they don't have any roads to ride on.
Maybe I don't know how that works really, but it's like
But
you
they're
always
even
see overseas stuff, scooters, small CC bikes and
Yeah.
stuff. And
Well, is Kitty in the chat? She would know. I mean, she runs UK.
oh, she's
no,
in the,
she's not in the
oh
chat.
yeah, but she's in UK. That's totally different. I'm talking about Indonesia and South Africa, all that area and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I get you. India, yeah, and so yeah, okay, I get you. Well, I don't know. They sure don't drive Teslas over there in South Africa, do they?
No, but
They
Honda's
have no electricity. How
uh,
can they have a Tesla?
No live wires.
well, Honda's reporting a declining of 15.3 in sales. So yeah, they're going down, but like I said, Kawasaki is reporting sales up by 21%. That kind of doesn't make sense, but okay.
Well,
But with Kawasaki, though, when you say Kawasaki, is that road bikes?
I'm
Is it
wondering if that's more of a
Kawasaki?
sport bike.
Kawasaki's like with Honda and
they make a
Can-Am.
lot,
They make four wheelers. They make UTVs and stuff like that. So,
and Kawasaki makes engines for combines and shit like that too.
a lot of my
Their
big
farm
small
equipment and
engines
everything.
at work and stuff like that got Kawasaki motors on them. My
Yeah,
John
they're
Deere, 1987 John Deere, my riding mower,
Well,
is a
from what I'm
Kawasaki, which is made here in the U.S. because they
right.
did have a plant here. With iron cylinder stuff. Oh, it's a great motor.
well, from what I'm looking at, it says motorcycles.
Yeah.
Does it list CCs or
No.
Oh.
or where it's at?
No.
Can you find out where it divides it up? U.S. market and Asian market?
No, it doesn't show me that.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, Kawasaki, I can remember back in the 80s, a friend of mine, I had a snowmobile and stuff like that. A friend of mine, Kawasaki, used to make a snowmobile.
Right.
yeah. Well, all the Japanese manufacturers have been into pianos and all kinds of stuff, man, forever.
And,
Toasters.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
also, my community here, we okay golf carts now. We're a golf cart community. Or village, where it's at. I'm reading
right.
this now. Hey, I want to trade my damn fat boy. But they all got electric motors stuff. But if you want a gas motor, they got a Kawasaki motor in them.
Hey, what's
Right.
up, XS? Why can't I see the comments over here? That makes no sense, man. Because I'm not logged in.
I got them on the side. But I haven't been reading them. I'm just reading what.
Well, when I'm on the
Chat.
computer, I can see that, but I'm on the phone
That
tonight
goes $1
because
per
I'm in the
liter.
garage. I've been working on the garage a little bit, guys, trying to get straightened up to where I can move shit around and
Yeah,
I want
I,
to get my studio down here.
yeah. I'm trying to do something in my garage, but I keep bringing in bikes that needs work.
Right.
Right. But the point is, motorcycle sales are down everywhere. So,
Hmm. It's not just
So,
Harley; they're all down.
so what do you think they're going to do about it? Are they going to have a mass Black Friday sale to get you to come buy the bike?
no.
You
No,
know?
it's more of when we grew up, we had a family member on the bike. We rode mini bikes and dirt bikes, so it's not there anymore. Your young kids today, for the last 10 years, whatever, they want to play, games on the. They don't want to ride. Yeah, just
Right.
Well,
I'd be well, hell. I went over there and
so
break an arm or something. I used to race BMX bicycles and stuff like that, and I'd break something. Just like, oh man, or I'd jump tin cans, and I used to jump, garbage cans and stuff. Them days
so
are
should
gone.
Harley
Get out.
should Harley start making golf carts and freaking dirt bikes and stuff like that?
Harley should maybe.
I
Over
mean, I
here,
know that back
AMF
when they
days.
were
AMF had bought Harley, and we had golf carts and
they were all
snowmobiles,
companies that Harley was
golf
that
carts,
AMF
and that.
owned. You know, they were all companies that AMF owned that had sporting goods that Harley just slapped their names
Huh.
on. So
Right.
It was
Harley
where
didn't make them
I
like
could take my
Kawasaki. And,
Harley Davidson snowmobile, go down to the local store there and buy a bowling ball. You know?
well, Harley Davidson bowling ball. I bet that'd be worth some money.
They're out there on the market. They're three wheelers.
I don't know if you got a Harley snowmobile, that's worth some money.
Bunko, when he's live, he always wanted to get one of them. He went a snowmobile and all that. He's like, well, I get one of them Harley snowmobiles. I'll put a sports, yank that junk motor out and put a Sportster motor in it.
Yeah, well, just because it says Harley Davidson doesn't mean you can interchange all the motors.
No, it was, I'm trying to think of the name of it. It was AMF Harley Davidson snowmobile.
Yeah.
Two-cylinder engine. 450, I think it was CC, but I can't think who made the motor. Harley didn't make the motor, but
Right.
man, I think it was Suzuki or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, back then AMF, they were such a large corporation at the time. They could slap their name, Harley Davidson name on whatever.
Oh yeah,
That that
it was
helped their
Harley.
sales.
I mean, they put AMF on them gas tanks, and Harley
They
Davidson.
don't have it now, though.
They bought a shitload of corporations out there back in the day.
Yeah, but they went out of business though. That's why. Aren't the American Machine Foundry? Aren't they out of business now? And wasn't that who they were?
Yeah. Then they mass produced the shovel heads and this and that stuff, and they had a bunch. Yeah, that's the reason there was all they leaked oil, this and that.
But,
They just mass produced stuff.
but again, Greg, those were in Harley Davidson's already established shop.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they come out with that evolution that it was made under the AMF name, but didn't come out until after the sales, or the transition
There was
back to
new.
the Davidson family was made.
Right.
There was new. And Willie G was involved with that, the new motor, the Evolution motor stuff. And then AMF still owns stuff like that. It just wasn't overnight,
Right.
Willie G got involved, and the other family members and other people bought them from AMF. They took a gamble, and they scored big on that. But that motor was already designed because that's that was a hell of a motor. The Evo motors, you can make horsepower of it, louder, low horsepower, this and that. But you can do a lot of work on them, and
You may get out of your way horsepower. That was about it.
Well, Salty says, by the way, hey Salty, Dyna Bros wear Vans when the shovelhead guys wear bowling shoes.
That's good, Salt. That's funny.
So
But yeah, I don't know what Harley's going to do now. You know, with their situation they're in, everybody's throwing out Bill Davidson and the daughter. Well, I can't remember her
right.
name, Karen or something. But anyway,
I
um,
put Bill in there for CEO, but you know what? I've met Bill many times. I met Willie G many times. I'm not that far from Milwaukee. Me and buddy John, we were up there, this winter and went to the cafe there and had lunch stuff. Bill was there with some people, this and that. Hey, Bill, how you doing? He doesn't know me from Jack or Jill, where, but, shook my hand, stuff just like Willie G did. Willie, I used to go there and have lunch, and Willie G be there. They all live up there and stuff, but if you ever go to the museum, get them Willie G sliders. It's like 3 little hamburgers, stuff like that, with his special sauce or whatever. Oh, yeah, they're the bomb.
I don't want to know what the special sauce is.
Fat. Or get the Fat Bob. They got a fat boy burger or whatever. The thing's just huge and stuff. But, for $15, it's not bad. Yeah, not bad at all.
Right.
Being in Milwaukee, for $15 ain't that bad because I can go to a good bar.
Hey Doc.
Unless you go to McDonald's or something like that, a good burger at a bar, this and that's $15.
I got a question for Doc Harley.
Well, he's at the house.
Oh, is he on here?
He might not know the answer because it's a Yamaha. But when I put the bike up in the air and turn the forks, are they supposed to come back to center or are they just supposed to fall to one side?
Hey, Dr. Harley.
Because, yeah.
Well, I'll be on Dr. Harley's site so you get my points. And it's 8 o'clock his time, but no, well, I don't know. My Harleys, they should left to right and then come back to center. Yeah, I don't know about them. I have
these
no idea.
fall right. These fall right over. Bonk. Like I said, it needs fork seals. It probably needs neck bearings. I didn't find any movement in the wheel bearings or the neck bearings, but the fork seals are definitely blown.
Well, fork seals has nothing to do with that if you got it jacked up off the ground.
Right.
Yeah, it's got to go. Harley, you turn to the left to lock and let it go. It should go way back over here, then come back to center or something like that.
It should go back to center then. Okay, because these don't. I
have no idea on the Suzuki and stuff. So,
well, it's a Yamaha, but same thing.
Yeah, Jamin, I apologize. I keep calling it Suzuki.
I would imagine a bike's a bike, right? I mean, shouldn't it be the same either way?
Let's say Jamin. Doc says, Jamin, it's broke. Buy a Harley. I'm not sure about a Yamaha.
Well, Jamin, you got your bike on the table there. Put a floor jack underneath it, jack the front end up a little bit, and twist it to your left and let go of it, and you'll see.
It's not that bike. Here, let me see if I can.
I know it's not that bike, but
hang on.
If you want to compare 2 to 2, this is a newer Harley and stuff like that, but it has no difference with any Harley. Just jack the front up and see what it does.
Can you see the Yamaha?
Yeah, I can see it.
But it ain't jacked up. You got to take the front tire off.
See how it just falls to one side?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, your neck bearings need to be replaced or redone or adjusted because that thing's on a kickstand. All the weight's on the front tire, and
No,
this,
it's
yeah,
on a jack.
yeah, a
Greg.
good
I
bike.
jacked the front
Or
end of the bike up to take
when
the
you got the
tire off.
pressure down on there like that, you can put it
Huh?
center. It should stay center. Should go to the left, it should stay center. But yeah, you just sometimes like,
Well,
please stop it.
I can hold it and let go of it in the center and it'll stay. But once you move it past the center, it just falls over.
Doc says you should refer to the service manual.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have a service
Yeah, I have no idea on the
manual for it.
Yamaha. You know, I have no idea on the Yamaha.
All right. I'll do
Put a
some
Springer,
research.
put a Springer on it. I got a Springer out there, 4 over Springer. I'll
I'd love
sell
to
you.
have it. If I could put it on there, I would.
It's 7/8 neck. You know, you might have a
Birds,
one.
what are you doing out there? I got 2 birds out here in my yard. They're out in my dirt.
Watch it, they'll shit on your bike.
That's what I'm afraid of. Bow.
It's a Yamaha. It'll take some bird shit.
It's like they're bathing in the dirt, man. It's wild.
Right?
Yeah, you fucking bird.
Worms. You had rain and stuff. So they're looking for dirt and worms.
No, they were rolling around in the rocky dirt out there, man. What the fuck? But I noticed Yamaha has not had anything made about them how they're doing shitty. So they must be doing pretty good.
Right?
I know our friend Motorbomb Virginia's got an R1. That's pretty awesome.
I didn't bring up the statistics. I should have before this show stuff as far as sales and this and that. Who's up? Who's down? I can guarantee this one thing: all bikes are down.
The dog ate my homework, Greg.
Right?
Yeah, all bikes, all manufacturers are down. Yes.
I mean, if you look across the board, Honda, Kawasaki, Can-Am stuff, their big sales are the 4-wheelers, ATV, UTVs, snowmobile stuff, even Polaris, who makes India stuff. Their sales are Polaris, especially here in the States. They're all snowmobiles, UTVs, and ATV stuff. That subsides that sales over the bikes and stuff. So you'd have to divide that up. Oh, my sales are up. No. Okay, what about this specific bike? The Indian or this and that or yeah. Polaris is a huge company. We all know that. The hell, they're made up there by you, Rob.
Got new lights in my garage.
And their UTVs, ATVs, and stuff like that. Those sales are more substantial than the motorcycle stuff they build, including Indian because they own that. But
Right.
Well, Indians projected.
Harley Davidson is Harley Davidson. We don't have Harley Davidson golf carts and this and that stuff like that, like AMF did and stuff. But
Yeah.
you can't go by a certain company with their sales. And you know what I'm talking about, guys.
But,
you got to look at a specific guy. I was like, okay, let's look at Polaris. Okay, they're doing great. Okay, what's the sales on the Indian compared to their Polaris UTVs and stuff like that they sell nationwide, worldwide? That's just huge,
Well, now that you mention that, Greg,
they can take a loss on that damn motorcycle. Then they can, because they're making it up on the sales on the other ones. Harley doesn't have that.
Well, now that you mention that, Greg, Polaris could technically, they could start banning stuff that they make, snowmobiles and what have you, under Indian name, like AMF did. I mean, if
But
you think about it.
they won't, and I don't blame them. I wrote snowmobiles. Well, I gave it up when my brother-in-law died about 10 years ago. So I was like, I wrote Arctic Cats. He was a Polaris man, a Skidoo guy. Oh, he's a Skidoo guy. Well, my buddy still rides. So yeah, I go up north if I want to go snowmobiling, and I rent one. They're all Polarises and stuff. Great running machine. I mean, I don't know if, well, Rob might have snowmobiled or whatever. I don't know, but I know you haven't. But you know what? My Arctic Cat, which is Suzuki motor stuff in there and stuff like that, and yeah, going 110 miles an hour across a frozen lake. You talk, and also hit a little bum stuff. You think going 100 miles an hour on a motorcycle is awesome? Feel it on a snowmobile. Or go 40 miles an hour, 45 miles an hour in the trails around trees. Which, if your skis don't grab it good, you're gonna hit that tree. It's a thrill.
Right. Well, you can also do that on water. You can be, scattering along on water about 40 to 70 miles an hour, and then come up on a boat.
No, my last snowmobile, I called it my ditch runner. Last one I got rid of was old Yamaha SRV 500 snowmobile. That was my ditch run around here in town. Oh yeah, I put that across a river. It go down, the river's open. Oh yeah, I just sat back, give it a handful throttle, and I just prayed, close my eyes. The back end would drop, the skis would hold it on top of the water. Gave enough power to get to the bank and keep on going.
All right. So Doc says, per Google in 2024, India saw strong sales growth in both two-wheelers and electric. Oh, damn it. There we go. Electric.
Yeah, EVs. I'm reading it.
So, and then he goes on to say that Harley saw a 77% decrease globally, with a notable drop of 13%. So
Doc's done his homework. So now, Doc.
Yeah, doctors. I know other people do their homework on it. It's hard to say. Is it because are they expensive? Is it taxes? Is it the size of the bike? I don't know.
Well, that's what I was going to get to, was exactly what you said. Are they expensive? Which bikes are cheaper, Harleys or Indians? The one you see, the ones that are cheaper and had the actually Indian, which has more tech, are doing better than Harley, because Harley's more expensive.
See, I'd like to see Harley come back with a standard. My buddy, he got a 2019, 2020, last year they made a standard, electric light standard. Got a fairing and this and that. It's basically like a street light, but no stereo, none of that. It's basically like a police bike setup. And
the road
kids. It's like I go to the Ford deal. I want a new pickup truck. I want a work truck. I just need, standard interior, an engine, four-wheel drive. Yeah, that's it. Oh no, it's got to have this and that and and it jacks up to $75,000 or $60. No, I don't need all. I don't need. And you guys know this, like everybody's listening to. I just bought my car. Wife a new car, but it's like everything's on the screen. I don't want that shit. I just Start it, put it in gear, let's go. And Harley got that point too. We need a substance. You can have a fairing. You don't need all that fancy bullshit.
Right.
But they got to retool this and that. And,
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute, Greg. To play devil's advocate there, if you don't have all that fancy shit, you don't sell the bike because people do want that.
That younger generation wants all that fancy shit. And
you hear
so,
that? Rob just said he wants that.
My 2010.
I could live without it. I could live without all that.
I want to upgrade. I mean, I got, my newest bike is my 2010 Bagger. That's what I travel on. I got my phone in there plugged in as my GPS. I got 2007 Fat Boy. My other two bikes is a 1946 30 and a 1943, WLC.
I've never heard of
electronics on them. They're 6 volt. You're lucky the headlight comes on, but.
Hey, Lolly.
Hey, Lolly. How you doing, hon?
Hear them? The boys are back, guys.
get back to the situation. I mean, we're bouncing around. We always do and stuff like that. But Rob, how did you put it in the thumbnail? Is motorcycle sales down or is motorcycle getting less?
Is the motorcycle industry in trouble?
Yeah. No, it's not in trouble.
Yes,
it's just less. It's just less. It's kind of BS and this and that stuff. Everything's just getting so expensive. And with kids these days, I'm Gen X. My daughter used to ride. She still has a bike license, but she's an insurance agent. She's my insurance broker. And she said, I don't want to ride no more. That's okay, that's fine, but
why? Because she's paid out so much in insurance claims?
Well, no. It had nothing to do with that. It's like people she knew and stuff got, bad accidents or killed and this and that. And she's like, that's what's up to you, hon.
But, as Doc Harley says, Harley is in financial trouble. They do need to figure stuff out. I mean, they sold the bike for $110K for crying out loud.
You know what? I'm not even going to get in that one. Everybody, oh yeah, Doc Harley and I can build a bike that's that quick and stuff. That's just a special. That's like you go buying a Chevy Corvette, a special one. Well, you can take the year before and build that thing up. That's a collector's item deal only. And stuff like that. Can I make some especially Dr. Harley? Yeah, he can build something that's going to outrun that.
Right.
And yeah, I agree with that. But that's all they're thing. They're only making 131 of them. It's all I wish people would just stop bitching about that damn thing.
I wonder how many. I wonder how many they've sold so far.
I don't know. They're probably all sold out.
Yeah, they could be.
You and me ain't got one, so would I pay $110,000 for a race-ready Harley? No.
How you know I ain't got one?
I talked to Dr. Harley. Hey, Dr. Harley's what I want because he's built.
How you know I ain't got one?
That's right. I can't wait to mobbing because my old beat up Bagger 103.
That's what I'm gonna bring it out.
And I tell you what, I'm gonna line it up with Doc Harley and Drew and say, let's drag race.
Me and Lavish T. Williams, man. He's saying that he's gonna have his arm in a brace in June, when he's supposed to be down here in Cincinnati. We're supposed to race. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Mr. Damon Tooney. What did he call you?
Dr. Harley, I was just teasing about what I said.
He called me puny, and I'll show him what's puny.
Got some friendly rivalry going on there.
I go at racing a straight line
Oh
because I'm
yeah,
Virginia. I don't know them roads.
I know
If you
he'll be happy when I beat him.
just that, but
I'm getting my bungee cords ready to pull this wheel off.
But Doc says they sold 60 in Daytona.
They did sell 60 of them. Wow, that's 600 some $1,000, 660 grand they got,
Right.
if not more. You know?
Yep, you heard that right, Doc. Cupcake will be
hey,
a drag
Bedlam.
queen.
Hey,
What's
Bedlam.
up, betters?
I need
Hey,
to
Bedlam.
give Bedlam a phone call too. Say, hey, did you get them tabs put on there? Or did you get flooded out?
Hey, what do you think, Bedlam? Do you think that motorcycling is gonna go downhill because Harley Davidson's CEO cracked his head? You gotta be cracked to fucking quit a job making $12 million a year. Just saying.
Oh, he got rich off the company because he was on the board and made no more of that with stocks and stuff like that. And he's gonna
Yeah.
retire and he still got stocks in it of it. Yeah.
Well, think about it. That's also another way to think about it. You've did what you need to do. You're on a sinking ship, so why not jump
You know
while
what?
you still can?
I gotta give him 1 ounce of credit. He rides dirt bikes and stuff like that. I know he ain't a street bike or stuff like that, but he was on the board all them years like that. But they threw his ass in there at COVID. Everything went down there. I don't care if it was Harley, Honda, a fucking car, truck, He was
Well,
dealt a bad deal to start with.
overall, I think
I
I
don't
read
care for him. I
somewhere.
don't really like him and stuff like that. And I never met him, even though I go to Milwaukee all the time. I never met him, but I think he was dealt a bad deal.
Well, I read somewhere that the company is actually 48% better now than they were when he was just a board member.
If you look at the numbers, it brought them way up, and they came down. Oh, 20%, 28%, 28%, I think it was. And that's down to, you know what? Yeah, he made money. He made money, or the company money. I mean, we all, especially as older bikers, we just want it slim and simple. This is what we want. But you gotta expand these days. You gotta,
That's because all these kids they want the
look at your,
mode and the different shit, you know?
hey man, look at your fucking cars. About my wife, I mean, it's 2 years old. It's all loaded. My daughter just bought a brand new Kia yesterday. That thing's all loaded. It's standard equipment. And I was like, how do you compete with that?
Right.
Everybody bitching, yeah, it costs you, $20,000 to $50,000 for a Harley, depending on which model you get and stuff like that. No. Well, go look at a new car. The only issue is I wouldn't mind paying that big price if I can ride all year. I can't ride all year, just like Rob. We can't ride all year.
Right.
We go what, 8 months, Rob? 9 months.
Yep.
Well, I mean, we're old. We're older, so it's 30 degrees didn't bother me back in the day, but now no. It's like fuck that.
Right.
I'm 60 years old.
I try. I've been trying to ride at least once a month, and I have been able to do that. At least once a month all this year.
If I'm going on a ride to hook up with some people or go somewhere, that's one thing. But
I can't find my camera holder.
wake up at 5:30 in the morning, go to work, or a half-hour ride to work at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's dark, it's cold and snowing, and no. Back in the day, didn't bother me. Now, no. 'Cause I got to bundle up and this and that, and I got heated gear, which I don't have none of that, but I got heated hand grips, but No.
I had on camera earlier today. The reason I need a new tire is because this morning I was going to get my camera at work,
Yeah.
and I went around this corner and I was trying to scrape the floorboard, and the front wheel kind of like scooted a little bit. I was able to catch it, but I did throw my leg down and kind of messed my ankle up again. But anyway, I got it on film, so I'm going to put that video out. So stay tuned for it.
All right.
Doofus Learns to Ride, or something like that would be the title of it.
I want to see a repeat of your short with the Lays or J's, whatever.
The hot
Lays.
potato chips or whatever.
I brought that up a month or two ago. That just cracked me up.
Yeah, I'll have to.
And that's when you first start doing it. Yeah, that's when you first started. You're at work, door jam, truck or something like that. Oh, open up. Oh, you're gonna eat one. You ate one. And you left there and you disappeared and come back. That was funny as hell.
Well, thanks, Greg. I appreciate that. I don't know where my camera holder went. I was going to put my camera in a camera holder because I'm going to film me trying to change this tire. Yeah, I think you guys will laugh about it.
Yeah, I need to get me I got a YouTube thing, but I ain't got nothing on there and stuff like that. But
I told you.
Do I do Cupcake Adventures and Saloon or
if you build on your Survey car, man, I guarantee, man, it would people would watch that.
I got this and that. You know, I like the film when I come out there.
Cupcake Survey.
Leave out here out of mobbing, put it on a camera or this and that, whatever. Come down and meet up with you guys, stuff like that, and you know that's down the road. That's shit. It's only a month and a half away or something.
Yeah, no, it's coming quick, dude. Coming quick. Yeah, somebody said that mobbing was canceled, but I think it was one Facebook page got canceled or something. I haven't talked to Drew yet.
I saw that on Facebook. That was the campsite where they had last year.
Okay.
It's at Somerville and stuff where we're at now and stuff like that. That's where I'm locked in. It was a different campsite last year with because you went up last year.
Yeah.
It was kind of combined. They didn't call it mobbing.
Yeah, it was
Pizza's not on here, I don't think, but pizza.
It was the Hootenanny. It was the Hootenanny.
Yeah, the Hootenanny. And they are doing the Hootenanny too stuff, but it's a different campground.
That's the week before or the week after or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
No biggie. We're still going, no matter what. But like I said, I definitely want.
I'm bringing a tent. I'm bringing a tent on the back of my bike, so I reserved a spot. If I'm in the wrong area or wrong campground, okay, that's where I'm sleeping. But I'll go. I can.
So
you'll be sleeping. You'll pop that tent in somebody's room, huh?
That's right.
Excess, from what I see, and I just looked up, Harley sold over 100,000. Whereas Indian sold 30,000, so they haven't outsold. Indian hasn't outsold Harley.
The shares in their they were worth like $17. They went all the way up to $37 or $36, and now they're back down to like $28.
Yeah,
a share.
Shares, yeah. Last I heard it was 22. I should have grabbed that. It went up to 23 yesterday.
Okay, so it's down to 23 then? Okay.
22, 23. I was like, man.
Last I saw it was Doc. 28.
All right, Doc.
Doc's coming on a little bit?
No, he's
all right, Doc. Doc. I'll see you on the live over there.
He's got his members only.
Yeah.
I can get my point. Because I'm going to give you some suspension for my 2010 bike. I got to wait till fucking November, so I'm going to ride this ratty old thing.
So, who are you waving at? The birds?
My neighbors. Yeah, I'm in my garage. I told you that. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
You almost saw me
yeah.
in my garage, but my boat's all pulled out and covered up and and I could have stayed in the garage and did some more work, but
Right.
on that road
Well,
glide. But I'm done right. I still
if
got to pack my bag. I got to
the
pack.
problem, the
My wife asked
problem,
me. I said, "Yeah, I'll wait till the last minute to pack." I said, "No, all week long, because she'll pack for a trip. She ain't come with me, but of course, but she got a luggage, this and that. But no, I have a list. So tonight, when I'm done with you guys and this and that, it's on my list. I got my suitcase and this and that, or my biker bag. It's okay. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that in there.
well, the problem with the phone is you can barely see anything on this view, and I wanted to see what you guys are seeing, so I put it on this
See
view.
that?
I guess if I had it on the other view where the camera's facing me instead, it would be different. But I'm not a camera person anymore, so
Well, I don't know how it looks on but on StreamYard, I see you clear. I see your bike behind you, and probably about 5 feet on each side.
well, it'd be better if you
4 feet.
like far away, like if I had the camera in here and it was on the bike out there, it would look far away. See my big TV I can't put up.
That's
I ain't
good.
got nowhere to put my big ass TV.
But leave it there. Run some cables to it. Turn it on.
That's why part of the cleaning the garage is about. I'm gonna put it up right here on this one wall, and this is where my uh behind the phone here is where my setup is gonna be. To where I got the computer down here, the phone, or a studio. Big dreams, guys. Big dreams.
Yes,
Excess.
indeed.
You got a 1990 Yamaha Farrago in a million pieces, but got it cheap.
How does your front end do? Does it fall to one side or does it stay in the middle?
We don't know. It's in
I'm,
pieces.
oh, it's in pieces.
I don't know if it's a rolling chassis or not.
You don't
Might be a
know.
Well,
rolling
I
chassis in the next
I
good, but
probably got serious problems, knowing my luck. Because the handlebars do this about 35 mile an hour, and when I take my hands off the wheel, but I was figuring it's because the tire is shit.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that's what it is. Like I said, the bearings seem to be tight. I don't get any movement in the bars, the triple trees, or nothing. So I don't know.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go down to the basement and give me a bag and stuff to pack my clothes and stuff. And I got Dr. Harley coming on.
Right.
All right, man. Ready to behave
You
yourself.
guys can chit chat. I'll stay on and whatever, but I need to get over here and
Get your points, man.
well, I gotta get my points, but I got a lot of work to do tonight before I leave early in the morning.
Right. Oh, guess what I heard today before you guys take off? Me and my brother-in-law out here messing with the lawnmowers, and what comes by but a damn uh, uh, ice cream truck. I'm the ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by. Yeah, a freaking ice cream truck already.
I go back to Walmart because I went to Walmart today and I put on Discord. Everybody says, "Hey, I'm going to Walmart. Y'all need anything?" Channel said cookies. I tell you what, I'm walking through there and they had them birthday at Channel Esau. I sent you a picture. It's like birthday cookies. What they call me cookie? I should have bought a pack. I'm gonna buy. It's a small pack. I'm gonna buy one in packs. I don't know. It may taste good. I
You
like
little packs of cupcakes.
I like the well, they're hard to find the lemon flavored Oreos, but
Okay.
I'm gonna buy that, and so I'm bringing it out there to if I can get one in packs or whatever, small pack, bring it home to mopping because they all call me cupcakes. So it's like, all right.
Sounds good.
Hmm. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Y'all have a good evening.
All right,
Thank
All
bro.
right, Greg.
everybody. I mean, you guys keep chatting. I gotta go take care of some stuff and
Tell
love you
Doc we'll
guys.
see
Love you
you.
all. Oh, I can't go nowhere. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Ah,
whoa! I tell you what, I can't go nowhere now. I got shocker in the.
Hey, how you doing, Shocker?
good.
What
I'm
do you
doing
think
good.
about the demise of motorcycles?
I don't know. I'll just stick with my old ones.
Right.
I ain't into all that new stuff. I ain't that rich. I'll stick with my
Right.
85 Honda and my '04 Glide. That's it.
Sounds like a winner.
So how's y'all?
Shit, you heard it. Fucking around with this and doing that.
I
Yeah,
gave
I
you
got
a gas tank on my '02 Honda, but it's a different system and stuff, so it doesn't work.
no. I don't know. I think I might need that exact year. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic.
Right.
I depend on other people. I could duct tape I could black tape lights together. Good at that.
Well, yeah, you don't need no solder, do you?
Hey,
No, no, she don't need no solder. Sex sells. Look
dude.
at that pretty
Right.
shirt she got on.
What?
Yeah.
Lordy.
What?
I
Yeah.
saw that.
Like you didn't hear me. You had to actually show a little more. Nice
It's just another.
cleavage.
It's a shirt over a shirt, dude.
I don't care. It's nice cleavage.
They only
Hey,
look
mini
good because
bike
of the shirt.
central around here, guys. We got mini bikes going too
I,
today.
I, I, trust me, Shocker. I was looking at your eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure
Trust
you were.
right.
But
What color is my eyeshadow?
get
me.
'em.
Yeah. Yeah. I always look at your eyes.
Sure you do.
Mm-hmm.
I had my bike out today for a while. It was great.
I took
Rum
my
rum.
car out for a drive today too.
No, I was in a car today too, but it was great to get on my bike again.
My
I'll take
bike's
it
a,
out tomorrow. All right. Woohoo! Make some noise.
Ooh. All right, guys. I gotta go. But
all right.
Yeah.
if you're still on, I'll come back on and stuff. I gotta go take care of some stuff.
Yeah, don't forget to go pee and grab another beer.
Yeah, cause my beer's empty, so I gotta go pee and I gotta go beer. Damn, Shocker. Are we married?
Well, I was
No, I
gonna
think
say
your wife's name's Linda. I think she's in the other room with her friend.
Listen, Linda. Oh,
Yeah, she is. You were listening earlier.
all right.
Damn
There
women.
was.
Damn women.
Gregory, we will see you later, sir.
All right, love
Bye,
you
Greg.
guys. Y'all be safe out there.
right.
Love you all, and I'll be chatting on Discord and this and that stuff.
Tell Doc we said hey.
Will do.
All
Gotta
right,
get
man.
my points.
All right, bro.
I was gonna say at some point
But
I do have to go down and cook dinner, or I don't know if she's cooking dinner, but I do got to have dinner.
yeah, I don't know if I'm having dinner tonight or not. I don't know what's going on.
But I can hang
Make a
out.
long story short. Make a long story short here. I don't have stock in any of these companies.
Right.
So technically, it really doesn't make a damn bit of difference what they do at all. Because I'm buying that bike back there. I'm paying for it through the nose. The other bike I got, the other 3, 4 bikes I got are paid off. So, it ain't going to affect me one way or another who's their damn president is or their CEO.
Right.
So,
Me neither.
yeah. All I can say is keep making good bikes and keep trying to do what you're doing, Harley. Kawasaki, Honda.
It is what it is. They need to
What?
keep up with the Joneses.
Well, it's if that's what they want to do. but you know,
Some people
Harley
don't
built
like change.
Harley built their reputation on not changing. So
Right.
Right.
when they go to change, guess what? People bitch, and now the president or the CEO has retired. You know,
Right.
so who they gonna bitch at now? Who cares?
Right.
Well,
Not my
they can't
business.
bitch at me.
Exactly. Not my business.
Not my
I'm
business.
losing light. I'm losing light here, guys. So I'm probably gonna get off of here. I may end up just putting the bike up till tomorrow, but you know, I need to get the wheel is. Let me show you this wheel, guys. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Focus, damn it. Look at that. Nothing there. Well, you can't see. There. See, nothing there. So, it's the tire I'm putting on there.
Well,
But
it's better than
I'm
the one you're taking off.
right. It's a lot better than the one I'm taking off. So I'll see you guys later. All right.
Later.
All right, Jamin.
Bye. If I can get out of here.
Right.
Bye.
And
Yeah.
then
And you ended it. You got to go cook dinner.
at some point,
No. All I have to say is all you people need to watch for them four-legged creatures out there. Especially
right.
after dark.
Right.
Are you catching up with the Joneses there?
I'm all caught up in the comments.
That's what I was checking.
You know. But yesterday, after dropping the bike off to the shop for the tire, I just kept hearing motorcycles all day, all night. And then
See them out here too.
today, I go to clean out the chicken coop with the wife, got all that done, and then showered and went to an A-bait meeting and bikes all over again. It's like, geez,
Beautiful. It's got to be beautiful there. It's beautiful over here.
oh yeah, it was over 60 today.
It smelled like rain, so I decided to come home.
Yeah, Froggy, it's a beautiful moon out there, but I left my crystals at home. I have two at work, and I left them at work, so yeah, they can't get recharged.
Yeah, I like the moonlight too. Oh, I should put water out. I like moon water.
Yeah, it depends on what creatures are on all fours. That's right, Bedlam.
The deer. Frickin' deer.
You
They're stupidly around here. They are stupid around here.
well, they're not much smarter here, so
Wow. Damn it. You'd think, well, I suppose a motorcycle spooks them, though.
right.
Then they get memorized in the light. Let me see the light.
So
In the pink moon.
yeah. So at the meeting I was at, it was an A-bait chapter meeting, and of
Oh, I
course
love
you're
moon.
outside because the inside people got there for a birthday party and grabbed the room, so we met outside. The president for the chapter was talking. All of a sudden, the sport bike goes by. We hear it. We look up, see it. All of a sudden, it just bolts right off. We were just like, "Well, there's the next Star Wars Award winner." You know, it's just like, yeah, those people are kind of stupid,
Yeah. What do you do, though?
right? Just sit there and shake our heads and go on with the meeting.
Keep going. Is what it is. Can't change. Can't fix stupid.
Nope. But
You
you
could
can duct
shut it
tape
up
it.
with well, you could shut it up with some duct tape.
Yeah, right. Right. So, so yeah, that was my day.
Oh, today is a day of mourning for me. You already know that, though.
Yes, I do.
Disgusting. Sad. Motorcycle versus deer.
That's a hard one to walk away from.
He was almost home. He was almost home. He was great people.
I bet.
So I decided to take a ride too today after I cleared my head.
You know, that's you never know when a deer's going to jump out. You never know.
No.
All you can do is just hope to avoid them, or it runs back, and if you hit, hope you survive.
So I wouldn't get on my bike today until I went and picked up my helmets out of storage. So I went and did that today.
Good.
And I got my fishing poles because it's time.
Yes, it is.
It's time.
Because you like to go fishing.
As I do. So I got them too. And I'm not ashamed to wear my Harley shit on my Honda either.
Well, I mean, you are making a statement. You are a rebel.
I am. I don't really care what people think of me. I am who I am. If you don't like me, fuck yeah. Oh, excuse me. Go to hell.
Well, let's see. You can swear it all you want because we're almost an hour and 15 minutes in.
Oh, it just fell out my mouth.
So
anyway, it don't even matter anymore.
Well, shit, I got to get out into the garage at some point and put the charger on the trike to charge up that battery.
Fun with that.
Well, I keep wanting to do it, and then all of a sudden something comes up to where I can't do it, and then it's like, fuck. So something's got to give to where I got to get in there and do it.
Yeah.
Now we got kids coming over Camilla's oldest coming over tomorrow about 10 or so, and it's like, I'm just going to go do it. Just going to go do it.
Then go do it. Clean out that garage, too. Get rid of your garbage.
Oh, fuck the garage.
How many jugs of used oil you got in there?
Shit. There's stuff from the winter that needs to be put away before I can even
Still, there's probably stuff in there before I even was ever there.
Everything got stuffed on my side for some reason. It's like,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, now we got a recliner on that side.
Junk?
Yeah, it's junk.
And why didn't you put it on the curb?
Because they don't want it on the curb.
Darn it!
I gotta find a place to take it to. That's all.
The dump?
Well, if they'll come and get it, but they're probably going to charge me $50 just to come pick it up.
You mean you guys don't have little townships?
Not this far out. Maybe farther out we do, but I ain't gonna.
Right.
I gotta put it in the SUV and then haul it. And
they don't have household pickup shit around there? Once or twice a year?
No. Maybe for yard waste, but not for that, no.
Oh, shit. I know all around here, either they do that or it'll sit in people's yards, I guess.
Well, you're in the country.
Yeah, well, shit, they do that in the old town I used to live in, too. They do it all over out here. We call it junk pickup because I usually drive around and pick up all the metal. Me and a bunch of other people.
Froggy, if I want a place to lounge and hide, I don't have to go out in the garage.
No, you sit up in that room. Are you in the sewing room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. I don't even have to see it. You're in the sewing room. I've been in that room.
You slept in that room.
I did all weekend.
And
Is the mattress still?
We don't have a place to put an air mattress up here.
That's funny.
But the couch downstairs kind of folds out into a bed. And that's kind of comfortable. That's comfortable.
Oh, you guys are coming up next weekend, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
So there's no Biker Roadhouse next week.
I don't know. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Because if I go, I'll go to Rylander too and see my friend. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I was invited to their family shindig, but you know me, I don't do some of that stuff.
Right.
I don't do that stuff. My apartment's almost ready.
Hey, Ghost, how you doing? Your apartment's almost ready.
Mm-hmm.
So when would you be moving?
I don't know. I'll find out in a week. Within the week or so.
Okay.
Yep. But anyway, all right. Go make dinner.
Yeah. I mean, because my blood sugar is probably about 80, 75, so I got to get down there.
Well, get yourself healthy.
Right. I've lost over 30 pounds.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Pretty soon you'll be wearing suspenders.
Oh, I could be wearing suspenders right now, but I ain't going to do that.
To hold your pants up.
Yeah, I got a belt for that.
Yeah.
So what's bad is when I get into the car, I got to pull them up just to get in. Otherwise, I'm sitting on my wallet, and that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, that would be.
You know. Look at that. You got Froggy laughing. I mean, come on.
What?
Well, about me and the suspenders and. I mean, next.
We get you some Urkel ones. Hippy Dippy would look good in that.
Oh,
yeah, he would.
Well, if I take my belt off.
Oh my God! Please don't. Don't.
Well, now listen. If I take the belt off or just undo the belt, walk around, my pants literally fall right off.
Then you best go buy some new pants.
Well, I've got 38 waist, weight in the washer, but if I do the same thing, they fall right off.
Well, then you better go get some different pants.
I can't fit into a 36 waist.
Well, then you're fatty.
Hey. You hurt my fat feelings. My fat has feelings.
Yeah, whatever. You should have seen me trying to get my chaps on today. That was fun.
Really? You still having problems zipping them up?
But I got them. They're working.
Yeah, I just wish mine
something I'm doing is working.
Right. I just hope I get mine back before Friday so it's not sitting all weekend in the shop.
Oh, it will come back to you when it's ready.
Right, and then I'm going to be going zoom because it's got a new tire.
I know I need to get some tires for my Honda too.
Oh, and you got to be careful in the first 100 miles because they're slick.
I know. I put new tires on my bike before. But I do have to be careful though. Hi Ghost. How you doing? I do have to be careful because last fall Nick and Matt fixed my bike, because dipshit would never let it run properly. And it's got some snot. And,
right.
and all of a sudden I'm looking at my speedometer and I'm going like 75, 80. Oops.
Well, come end of July, we're talking of riding the bikes up to 3 Lakes.
Oh, that's a chore.
5 hour on a car would be about 7, 8 on a bike.
Right. It all depends. If it's going to be a holiday weekend, I wouldn't ride. I won't ride this weekend.
It's people are starting to leave for Sturgis about that time.
Yeah, that won't be me.
No.
That won't be me.
Yeah, I've got suspenders, but they're for my Santa outfit.
Well, put them on.
No, I don't even be wearing no candy cane type suspenders on. No.
Hippy Tippy would look great in them. You gonna argue with that?
Well, Hippy Dippy is dippy because he can't say TCH, and then he says TCH, and then he goes thick chocolate milk.
I never understood why you said that, so I just thought it was the Hippy Dippy way, and I scratched my head right away with that, and I'm like, it just don't make sense. But okay, that's the Hippy Dippy way. That's the way I saw it, or that's the way I took it.
That is Hippy Dippy. And when I when I said that, I wasn't thinking. It just came out. It's like, yep, that's Hippy Dippy.
Oh yeah, and that duet with my granddaughter jamming in the background. I'm gonna put that back in my story tonight.
And
she's funny.
Like when I first started doing Hippy Dippy, we were heading out to North Carolina to visit a friend. Well, instead of inflating an air mattress, I said air up an air mattress. And Camille goes, "It's inflated." I'm like, "I can redo it." She goes, "No, just leave it in because that is perfect."
Yeah, leave it. Hippy Dippy is Hippy Dippy.
Right.
That's why I say Hippy Dippy would have done it.
Right. But
because Rob won't. If Rob won't do it, we all know Hippy Dippy will do it.
Well, Hippy Dippy will almost do anything except
stick
in a light socket. I don't know. The way Hippy Dippy is, he might just do it.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, you can end your show. I just wanted to come on and be a pain in the ass.
All right. So just a reminder, no show next week for the Biker Roadhouse. I'll be in Wisconsin.
I might be able to see you.
Yeah. Who knows? I might
be able to. Wow, that'll
be
like twice already this year. Then I'll probably be able to see you in July and December. I don't know, but I'm saving up for Tomahawk, so.
Right. And don't forget the unaffiliated Wednesdays at 5:30 Central.
Yeah, who can?
It's always a great time. So.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. We'll catch y'all later. And as Evil Rick says, be bad. If you can't be bad, then don't be good. Have a great night, everyone. Yeah, there he says right there. Be bad or at least don't get caught. We'll catch y'all later.